All right. So I'm going to live here on YouTube, but also on my Instagram as well. So I'm not too familiar with the live stream process on YouTube. I'm also whispering because my daughter's sleeping next door over there. But yeah, just trying to do my best to spread out the content and share. So I'm going to set things up on YouTube. If there's anyone here, let me know how you guys can see me, if everything looks good. Um, if not, I will make the needed adjustments. All right, so going live on YouTube in 3, 2, 1. I mean, Instagram. Okay, greetings, everyone. So I am trying a new little setup here. So I got my YouTube and Instagram. I'm looking to branch out to bring more awareness to the world. Um, we are coming together with a marketing and administrative team. And yeah, so just making some adjustments as we move along. But yeah, let's take a moment to sink in. Allowing all knowledge and wisdom that is shared here today to be for the purest, most potent, and harmonious state for all beings. Alrighty. Okay, so like I said, I am on YouTube and Instagram, so I'm going to be going back and forth. I'm not, savvy at this kind of thing. That's why we are bringing in help from our community to really assist in this department. But nonetheless, here we are. I thought I'd talk about a really interesting topic that I know gets thrown around a lot and really mixed up and confused. And that's the topic of twin flames. And I've not once in my whole entire service to the world talked about this topic openly because it's not something I really care too much about. Um, Now, where I'm going to start is just from what I've observed in the world and how I've seen people engage with this title or this state of being or this endeavor, right? The twin flame journey. This started for me way back in like 2014. I knew about twin flames and looking for your twin and how humanity supposedly was like one being. Then they split in half, and the masculine one here and the feminine one here, and all these different storylines around the twin flame. And what I've observed is at the very beginning of my journey, when I say my journey, my um, true remembrance, it was one of the very first things that gets thrown at you as far as like, your spiritual starter kit. You got your 5D, you got your twin flame, you got your yoga, and, some stuff about extraterrestrials. That's kind of like the kit that gets everyone started, fluoride, um, the pineal gland, the chakras, but within that whole little realm was the twin flame package. And I want to share that. Sorry, I think I just heard my daughter wake up over there. Yeah, so I don't subscribe to the twin flame narrative for a couple of reasons. One, I find it to be a huge distraction, a huge distraction. I've never come across what I would call a transcended or truly enlightened or truly self-realized being who was concerned about it. They're just not. And it's because when you really remember who and what you truly are, you recognize that there's no love outside of you to try to find. There's no other to try to find. There's only God, there's only creation, there's only source. And, humans have done a tremendous job of romanticizing love. Love in its essence isn't romantic. Romance is something separate. Romance is a courting, or it's really, if you look at the animal kingdom, romance is how you woo another part of the species to mate with them. That's at the bottom line. That's what it is. So chivalry and romance are different. True care, you know, bring someone into your field to try to, make love with them and make them a life partner. Those are two separate being. Love is something that is realized within the self. And so the journey of the twin flame, from my perspective, has become a tremendous distraction, because so many beautiful spirits are out here looking for their other half, looking for their spiritual equal, for their divine counterpart. You know, anything can be your divine counterpart, at least from my experience, because God is all that there really is. So if you find God within you, then you're going to see God in the trees. You're going to see God in the water. You're going to see God in a best friend or a lover. You know, you don't have to love. Love is the natural framework of all existence. That's what things are based on. My second time going live on YouTube. So a lot of people, I've seen a lot of women, especially women, not so much men. I've seen a few brothers engaging in some cases to nature, right? Brother Byron's on here. Brother Byron says, "Most confuse love with lust." Long as one of those people that, if you don't have the energy, the frequency to see him, you won't see him. He'll go right by you. I mean that metaphorically, but also quite literally. But yeah, so glorifying, we all have this primal urge, this sexual desire to mate. That is so that the species can continue on and procreate. That's on the basic primitive level. That's what that energy is designed for, right? What I've seen a lot of people do, though, is confuse, as Byron said, that urge with finding a twin. They're not going to have sex with someone until it's their twin, or they're not going to mate with someone until it's their twin. That gets very confusing, because what you've done, you've set in your mind certain parameters that a twin flame is supposed to meet, right? Which tells me that you are still externalizing love. You are still externalizing true connection with another being. Okay, you can be in divine union with someone who may not be your twin flame. You can be in divine union because it's so much more than the romantic part of it. There's so much more to it than that. Can you take care of your kids together? Can you support each other in your different businesses or the endeavors that you want to bring to the world? Right? Divine union is not something saved for the twin flame narrative. Okay, so I've seen a lot of people. I mean, even me and my partner, we are almost the complete opposite. And is she my twin flame? I have no idea. I don't care. Do I love her? Yes. Does she love me? Yes. Simple. Right? Now, what I find a lot of people doing is judging their own relationships, or judging their criteria on who to be with, based on, what they've learned the twin flame to be. They've said that twin flame should be X, Y, or Z. And so what happens is, you get into relationships with people, and then you have this criteria over here, but these people are bringing a whole different frequency to your life, and you don't know how to handle it, because it's not what the twin flame narrative is supposed to be. And somehow there's this idea that another woman or man is somehow fulfilling you, or bringing you back into wholeness. That is complete BS. There's nothing outside you that's going to bring you back to wholeness. You are whole and complete. Yes, we live in a realm where the masculine has a different body and shape than the feminine, right? That's true. In the higher realms, is there more androgynous experiences? I believe so. But that doesn't mean that at the core of it, that you're somehow separate, or you're divided, or you're not whole. Okay? So let me try to stay focused here and go back to my notes. So glorified survival impulses, right? We all have the urge, not all of us, but many of us have that urge to procreate, to mate with another, to bring more humans into the world, to continue the species, right? Well, when did that get confused with true love? When did that get confused with, true heart-centered mind expanding, and reality shifting connection with another man or woman. You can mate with literally anyone. You can jump into bed and do that with anyone. That doesn't mean it's love, it doesn't mean it's your twin. Okay. So, one thing that people have to really get under control is what do they think love is? What do you think love is? How do you experience love? Right? Because if you're still moving from your let's just say your survival instincts, you can't really know love because love exists in the heart and in the mind of God, right? So instead of thinking of love in the twin flame as someone or something out there, what if it is a deeper inner knowing of the seeming polarities within you? And what if love isn't something that you seek, but it's something that you are? Furthermore, you can be in. We all say, well, I'm in love with him. I'm in love with her. Are you? Or are you saying you're infatuated with them? Are you attracted to them? Do you find them kind? Right? These are two different things. You can you can be in love regardless if you're single or if you're with someone. Because love is a field of energy. It is a state of being. It is being in harmony and resonance with your surroundings, right? Love is not something that you reach for and you find another person and you break up and then the love is gone. I've mentioned this a tremendous amount of times that love, first and foremost, is one's in a relationship with themselves that then is reflected in how they treat and how they interact with others, right? So I am in love. I'm not looking for love. You can be single and be in love. Let's say love is, a container. That's just for lack of better words to say love is this cup. So as long as you're in this cup, you're in love, right? But if you're over here and you say, "Oh, I'm in love," no, you're not. You're still acting from your lower center impulses. You're still looking for a specific criteria to be filled in, to find a partner. Now, that doesn't mean just go find anyone off the street and like, hey, we're going to make this work. Like, no, you got to be able to be compatible and all those things. Yes. But there's a state where you can be fully okay with who and what you are and be with someone and let them be fully okay with who and what they are and have mutual respect for each other and then meet in the middle. Right. So a lot of people are single. A lot of my friends are single and, and this is no slight to them, but they're out there looking for their twin flame. And I'll be the first to say is that you can never have what you seek. You can only experience what you are. You can only experience what you are. Love is the frequency that frees the planet. Love is the frequency that frees the mind. Okay, love is what you use to operate and do telekinesis with. For actually, you know, so love is not an emotion. We have diluted love so much that it somehow has been confused with just wanting to make love or to have sex with someone, right? So love at its core is the foundation of all things. It is the primordial pulse wave that extends life force energy to all things. And so, therefore, it cannot be just an emotion. It cannot be just something that you find in a twin flame. You will be very, very disappointed for eons if you continue to search for a twin flame as someone or something outside of you. And I want to go back to nature for a second. I've never once seen a flower get up and walk around and search for a bee. I've never once seen the sun drop out of the sky and try to shine its light on the flower. I've never once seen a magnet chase another magnet. You see what I'm saying? It's only in your state of being that you experience the thing that you're being. So instead of searching for the love, you are the love, and therefore you will experience the love, and you don't have to chase and attract, go after anything. Your life becomes a reflection of what it is that you are intending and you're holding within your field. So In other words, when it comes to relationships, you can be in relationships with a bunch of people. It doesn't have to be romantic, doesn't have to be, sexualized. You can have great friends, you can have great boyfriends and great girlfriends, right? Um, but truly, when you're in that state and in that frequency of love, you will naturally gravitate towards um, the being who is meant to be a life partner, let's say. And you guys will create a life together, and there'll be no pressure, there'll be no um, criteria to fill out. It'll be a mutual resonance. And you will know, and there will be this continuous pulse wave of love between you as a reflection of the love that is within you. And over time, you start to magnetize these people. Maybe sometimes you date these people for a couple months and then it doesn't work out. That's totally fine. Maybe you meet one of these people and you know that this is meant to be a lifetime or multiple lifetimes, right? But my point here is that you become magnetic. You become the reflection or the embodiment of the thing that you're seeking, or the thing that you perceive to be seeking. In this case, love or a twin flame. So I want people to really get out of their heads that, you have to go find your mate. You can't be complete and whole, until the twin flame is here. Like, that is such a distraction. I've never once seen, again, any well learned or adept um, searching for a twin flame. They just don't do it, because they understand that the first and most important relationship is the one that they have with themselves as God and with God. And whenever you make that the most important relationship, all other relationships become a reflection of it. This doesn't mean that you're not going to want to date. Doesn't mean you're not going to want to hang out with the opposite sex or the same sex. That doesn't really matter, right? But there is definitely a distractive narrative with the twin flame, right? Fire is always temporary. Ooh, and fire is insatiable. Fire always needs to consume something, doesn't it? Fire always needs to, it needs fuel. It's not self-sourced, right? So Brother Byron, again, bringing in the cosmic codes, like twin flame. Let's really break that down, right? Twin flame. So there's the dualism, and then there's the fire, which is consumption right off the bat. Now, that's on one level. Yes, fire is consumptive, but also if you're talking about the spiritual fire that sits above your head and within the inner sun, that's the holy fire. That's the Holy Spirit, right? But in the terms of fire as we see it here in this physical realm, fire is consumptive. Fire needs to consume something. So that goes without saying right there. I think is a big hint at what do we mean whenever we say twin flame? Why are we trying to reach and get something, right? We are in the age no longer of information, but implementation. We no longer seek things. We are the things, right? And so now we express this energy. And when you express, you become the sun. Okay, you become the Holy Spirit that is ever giving, right? Because you have that energy within you now. Someone's never expected to see a live video YouTube alert from you while I'm at work. Yeah, I'll keep you guys on your toes, that's for sure. That's hilarious. So you can be just as happy single, and you can be just as happy coupled. It's just all about how you want your life to work, right? You don't need to go after things. You literally are the things. Like I've been saying this for the last couple of days. Everything that I want, I already have. Everything that I need, I already am. Everything that I want, I already have. Everything that I need, I already am. Everything, everything, right? So twin flame. No, love. It's love. Get comfortable in your own skin. Get comfortable in your own vibration. Get comfortable in your own passions and your ability to create. Let that reflection naturally gravitate towards you. Trust me when I say, when the energies align, it'll be unmistakable. It'll just happen. You won't try. Won't need to go after. You won't need it. It'll happen if there is a higher agreement between you and this other soul. It'll just happen. The more comfortable and the more at peace you are within yourself, the easier it is to navigate in the world. You stop this, this static, this anxiety of like needing to find a loved one, needing to find the other half. But it also requires you to overcome your base pulse instincts, your animalistic instincts to want to mate. Now, I'll say this too. I don't personally think it's important to go just kind of jump in bed with everyone that you meet. I don't think that's a thing to do. But do I also think that you have to stay with just one person always and forever? That's up for debate, truly. But I kind of got off topic. My point here is women. Okay, let's start here. Women, at least from my experience, are looking for a provider in some sense, a protector. That king. And that on a higher level is very noble. On the lowest level, that gets confused with needing to find a mate. And men are looking for that nurturing, that loving expression. Both of those things that I just said are found within us. Okay. And so it can get very confusing if you're single and you're out there and you're feeling this energy in your body. You're ready to have a family, whatever it is. You're ready to find a life partner to do things with, and you have all these hormones raging within you. That's when you really got to get good at your internal alchemy and start to utilize that energy to continue to create, to tap into your own vortex and let go of that impulse to need to find someone else. That is the preliminary impulse. That is the basic impulse that a cat has, that a dog has. My cat, whenever she's in heat, she chases me all over the house. That isn't the higher calling, though. You understand what I'm saying? Every mammal, every physical being has that impulse to want to procreate, want to, make things happen. But we can utilize that, especially if we're single, and not seek it, not, where are they? Are you the twin? Are you the twin? No, I'm not. Oh man. And then you get all upset and you get all in your emotions and you just keep going in this vortex and spin looking for your twin flame. And that's why I feel like it's a distraction, because it takes people away from the truth, which is themselves, and utilizing that higher or that energy to create with, right? So I'm going to pause and take a look at these comments. I got a lot to do today. I got to make some MBAs or bring in some new people on to help out on the team with administrative work with Republic of Eternal Nations. I think some of them might be on here right now. We're going to have in-person events again at sacred temples, guys. So there's a lot going on, but I need to continue with the content and continue sharing and offering what I can to be of service. So I'm just going to check into these notes right now. Okay, when in doubt, love all things as one thing. Yes, exactly. Yes, we came here to explore, and relationships are perfect for this. Yes, they are. Love at its core is loving it all. Yep. Should there be a search for God or bringing yourself closer in this existence? Should there be is this a question or is this a statement? Aquatic Jester. Should there be a search for God? Well, you guys heard the parable about the fish searching for water, right? The fish was in the ocean swimming around, and it really, it was always sheltered. It was always with its mom and dad, and finally went out in the world and started to ask questions like any adolescent would do. And it asked its teacher one day, what's water and where is it? And the teacher said, well, you're swimming in it. This is it. And he didn't understand. He said, no, that doesn't make sense. It has to be something more. It has to be something more. And so he went on a journey. He actually left his little village where he grew up, and he came across a little, let's say, a sage fish in the coral reef. And he asked the fish, he says, "Oh, wise sage fish, teach me the ways of the water. What is the water?" And he says, the sage fish says, "I want you to go to the beach, and I want you to go to land." And the fish says, "No, no, that's crazy. I just want to learn about the water. I want to learn about the water." And the sage fish says the same thing. "I want you to go to the beach, and I want you to, go to the land." And the sage fish starts to, the fish starts to think that the sage is crazy, and he leaves, carries on his journey, keeps asking the question, can never find it. Swimming around in the ocean, can never find what water is. And then one day there was a huge storm, a huge wave came sweeping through his village, but his whole surrounding area, and it sweeps the fish, tumbles him over, gets delirious, and all of a sudden, crash! He's up on the shore, and the water's super super shallow. And in his deliriousness, he starts to swim forward, but then his body starts to feel super dry, and his scales start to feel super super like heavy, and he's having a hard time breathing. And he looks around and he sees this prickly stuff, and he recognizes it as sand, and he goes to take a breath in, but he can't breathe. And then all of a sudden he recognizes that he's no longer in the water, right? And so in that moment, the fish knew and understood from direct experience what water was. And so in a kind of a half-hearted chuckle to himself, he turns around, he goes swimming in the water, and then, his question is answered. Okay. So that's a winded way to answer or speak on what Aquatic Jester is saying is, should there be a search for God? Well, there can be a search for God, but the truth of it is that there doesn't need to be a search for God. There needs to be a realization and a remembrance of it. Had the fish realized and felt the living presence of the water that was surrounding him at all time, he never would have went to search for God. He never would have needed to find the answer. He would have realized he was one with the answer. And so it's not so much about searching for anything. It's really about letting go of all the things that we are inundated with on a daily basis that keep us distracted, that keep us confused. You got to spend time in nature. You got to get outside into the woods. You got to put your feet on the ground. You got to connect with the sun, right? You got to work with the wind and the elements and the water, your breath, your body. I'm so grateful for Instagram and YouTube and technology. It's very crude, very, very crude and basic technology, but it's allowed me to express great truths to you all. But at the same time, it's not what is required or needed to find God. So God is not something that needs to be sought after. It can be, and it has been, and it continues, and it will continue after this race of beings gets up and off this planet. But at its core, it's just like love. You don't need to search for love. You don't need to search for God. You just need to let go of your expectations that it is something grandiose or something, externalized to you. What would happen if you just sat? I sat in the darkness a lot, not to overcome my fear of the dark, but to explore it and to see it for what it really was. And I let go of all expectations of what darkness was. And I sat with it. And I realized that darkness truly is where all things are potentialized. That light shines on that which the darkness or the primordial womb or the eternal substance or great potential or prime spirit created. Light is the byproduct that illuminates what is coming into being. Let there be light. Okay? So, all that to say, you instead of assuming something or even listening to me, let go of the things that we're taught, especially in school, especially in these externalized industries, and simply be with the thought that I am ready to explore what God is. Then sit with yourself and explore what God is. Recognize when you're adding in an external narrative, drop that narrative and see what's left. What is left whenever you drop your title, your name, your job? What is left whenever you drop the expectations? What is left whenever you drop the teachings and the readings and the activations? Well, what is left is you'll find out, right? Greetings, everyone. Thank you for being here. I just wanted to do this live real quick. In the case of enlightenment, you can either go to nirvana or stay here and guide others with the ultimate goal of going with God. Why search for it if this is the ultimate destination? Ultimate destination doesn't exist up or over, or it exists the second you decide for it to exist. Nirvana exists the second you want nirvana to exist. That's what I'm saying. The ocean, the water was always there. But it wasn't until the fish put himself in such a tumultuous experience that he was able to experience what nirvana was. Nirvana to the fish is different than nirvana to the eagle. Nirvana to the eagle is soaring above the ocean. Nirvana to the earthworm is being at one with the earth. You understand? Nirvana for a newborn baby is being at one with its mother. So nirvana is not a one size fits all. Although once we all understand that inner nirvana, then we recognize that I am one with all and all in one. You hear what I'm saying? When I am one with all, I am all in one. You shift your world by becoming the magician. You shift your reality by understanding what you truly are. You are a multidimensional, intercosmic being. And once you let that be your identity, once you let that be what you truly are, a living sun, a primordial spirit, then nirvana becomes your every breath. You don't go anywhere. These are all words that are said that confuse people. You don't go to heaven. You are heaven. It is a state. The world is a frequency. It is changed through the consciousness of the beings interacting with it. So what that means is, as we change our perception of what reality is, reality changes. Awesome things start to happen. Anti-gravity shows up. Perpetual energy shows up. You see what I'm saying? This world changes as we change. I've seen people who are on this call right now do some tremendous things that would seem, magic. Like, how did you make that broom move? How did you do that move? Because they understand that there is no doubts. They understand that there is no borders or barriers between what they want to experience in their mind and as a spiritual being. And this is why, going back to twin flames, you don't need to search for your twin. Your twin will be your twin. There will be many people who show up in a loving way. For example, you can be whenever you're in love, when you know that inner nirvana, and you're talking to someone on the street, in that moment, they could be your twin, because they are mirroring that inner love that you already have. I have met homeless people who have been the most enlightened beings ever. They've been absolutely fantastic. In that moment, they would be my twin flame. Because you see, a twin flame is simply a state of resonance between the masculine and feminine within oneself. That's what it is. I've met people who, in grocery stores, who are wonderful people, and you can be in love with those people. Not in a romantic, hey, come over and let's start a family kind of way, but in a universal, true connection, true seeing you, avatar way. I see you, right? Namaste. So Let me pause there. A love with only heat, a love with only heat is never complete. Whew, needs oxygen. My brother Byron is on it, my friend. We want to be loved. It is simply complex. Yes, 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 yes. Yep. We want to be loved is simply complex. That's awesome. Yeah. True Sidereal Libra season truth. Oh, that's my friend Georgia. What's up, Georgia? I don't know if you're still on here. What we want is to share our experiences with another. That is as special as self. Exactly. And if you really, really, really feel into this, that's what it is. We desire to express. We desire to look at this notebook and be excited about looking at this notebook with someone. Someone saying, "Oh yeah, that's a cool notebook. Wow, I love that too." And that creates that spark. That creates that, "Oh wow," it creates that excitement. So again, um, King, Brother Byron, yes, we want to share our experiences with others, and that's what love is. Love is sharing, right? Love is expressing. It's not necessarily meant to be a romantic pool, although it can be, right? Being addicted to the chemical reaction of sex is not love, and many souls are brought here through lust, not love. Yes, 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 yes. 100%. Eva, what's up, my friend? How are you? I'm glad that you're here. I was thinking about you the other day, so I'm not surprised the least bit that you popped up here. Are you not made an image of gods and goddesses? Be as. Say it, brother. Say it. We learn through experience, right? If anything, search for who you used to be and prepare yourself for the future. Hey, doubt is energy. No difference between doubt and being cautious. Wait, doubt is an enemy. Know the difference between doubt and being cautious. Yeah. So I'll speak to that because those two words right there, doubt and cautious. The root of doubt is I can't do it. I can't do it. It's not possible. Cautious is knowing that it can be done and it will be done, but you're going to take caution. You're going to do it strategically. You're going to do it with intelligence. You're just not going to half-ass it and just kind of be random, right? So whenever you are cautious with something, you are completely aware of what's going on in all areas of it. Whenever you doubt something, you don't know yourself yet. You don't know. You don't know. You just don't know. And what supersedes doubt? Understanding, clarity, right? Trust, knowing. So there's nothing that we can't do. I'm really moving back into my own, as some would say, magical practices. Excuse me. And yeah, doubt is something that'll deter you in a heartbeat. It's not that you can't do the thing that you want to do. It's that you don't have faith. You got to have faith because you're not operating just through your physical body. Your physical body is just the avatar moving and giving you the experience of what you know to be true already, right? It's like the Matrix when he can jump off the roof and fly. Yes. Now listen, do not go jumping off roofs unless you've learned to levitate, please. I say that quite literally because I don't want people to hear this message and be like, oh, I'm going to go jump in front of a car. It's like, no, I'm not saying that. Again, be cautious, be aware. You got to understand what cosmic law is and work with it. You can't just bypass it and be super egotistical and like think you can do the thing. There's a reason they say that the sciences of the stars are hidden. The sciences of the stars are not hidden. They're sitting at a certain frequency that you have to be at yourself in order to experience them. That's when you get the wisdom and the downloads and the insights. They're open for everyone, but not everyone has the ability to interpret what they're saying, what these cosmic laws are saying, right? So mankind is either self-freed or self-imprisoned. There's nothing out here doing anything to you. The stars have their influence, the planets have their influence, but at the end of the day, you got to make the choice and the decision to do or not do X, Y, or Z, right? You got to make the choice and decision to understand the energies that you're working with to some degree, at least. Asia, what's up? Yes, I fall in love with people and hold this love knowing that it's me. Yes, yes, yes. Now, I will speak on this too. Um, those of you who are in relationships, right? Your relationship can continue to get deeper and deeper whenever you bring in more compassion, understanding, true love. Whenever the deeper you are in love, the deeper your relationship gets, right? The more fun it becomes, the less butting heads you have to do. But at the end of the day, for some of you, there are relationships that you've been in that simply have hit their end. It's just there's nothing left. There's not even a spark. There's no real desire to want to be with this individual or this other being, and that's okay too. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that you experience what you needed to experience with together. That's it. I told my kids not to try to jump up buildings yet, just yesterday. Yes, exactly. Truth is found in consistency. Once you master zero doubt, you will be able to manipulate your environment, meaning make magical things happen. Yes, yes, brother. Yep. And I know more than ever he knows that to be true. I've talked to Brother Byron. We've had our conversations that have gotten pretty wonderful. That have been pretty amazing. So thank you, brother. Let me see my notes over here. Oh, someone says, spitting facts while I set up the seafood window. Great way to start the day. That's awesome, brother. Yeah, Carl, let me know if you're still on. I thought we were supposed to have a session later. I don't know if you'll be able to make it here in about a half hour. Just let me know so I can set up my day. So just kind of wrapping everything up, going back to focus on your inner relationship. Let your external be a reflection. Understand that creative energy that you feel in your body can be shared with another in a kind and compassionate and beautiful way. There's no twin flame to seek outside of you. Let people be as they are. Love them as they are. Love them as you love yourself, right? And express and experience love with them. Let love be the guiding principle. Don't seclude love and just say only your twin flame has love. I can only have this love in my divine counterpart. Don't box love in and put it on one person. Now, I'm not saying, do not confuse my words for if you're in a committed relationship to go find another man or woman and start doing things. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is let your mind free your mind from the concepts of needing to find someone else to bring some sort of XYZ to you. As Brother Byron shared, experience life. Yes, share your experiences, but you will have a much easier time in your romantic endeavors if you can let go of the need to find that twin flame. You will create less anxiety and stress for yourself if you can let go of my twin flame has the love that I want to experience. No, it doesn't. The tree has a love you want to experience. The car has a love you want to experience. Your cat, your mom, your smoothie that you're about to drink has the love you want to experience, because that's all things are, expressions of some sort of love, right? So I really hope that this allows people's minds to be at ease. I love that we hit on magic and true potential of humanity to, not have any doubts or fear and worry, have confidence and caution and understanding of what you're doing. There is a way of doing things. There are certain, faculties that do need to be developed within the mind and in the body, and disciplines. You got to have the right energy running through. You got to have the right foods fueling your physical body, the right mindset. But don't ever for a second doubt yourself. There's no room for it. There's no room for um, thinking that you can't do something. When you think you can't do something, then you won't be able to do it. And just because the thing you want to do doesn't happen right away doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It just means that it is on its way. You're developing, you're cultivating your prana, your life force, your chi, and the thing will happen. This right here is, um, I guess Brother Byron would call it a relic. It's an ether resonator. Okay, this is an amulet or a talisman, if you will. Okay, so it has a very specific shape, but also can be programmed only by me for very specific things, right? This would be considered magic. This would be considered magic. You know, these aren't just like nice jewelries that people wear. There's energies that are um, brought forth from these, right? And these were created by my dear friend Rochelle at Divine Temple Space. If you guys don't know her, shout out to her. Her jewelry is fantastic. Her adornments, let me call it. But when you really understand what these are, what the crown is meant to do, what the copper and the crystals are supposed to do, what this shape, what the spiral does, doubt won't even stand a chance. Okay, this came literally from my inner knowing, and Rochelle was able to bring it here in the physical world. But this at one point was just a thought. I didn't see this anywhere. I didn't look this up on the internet. I didn't Google it. I didn't ask another teacher or a friend about it. This came from my spirit, and in some cases is a direct reflection of it. And why am I saying this? I'm telling you this because the world is magic. You are magic. You do have the power. It does require a little bit of self-discipline, right? But this is also why I'm here offering what I offer to the world to remind people that you need the discipline, but don't doubt. Don't hold yourself back by thinking you can't do something. All right. All right. Let's see here. Magic things happen, and it is the fuel to kill doubt. Hey, first step, no doubt. I will instead of I can. Master your vocabulary. Do not use words that taint the mind. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. A Rose. What's up, A Rose? All right. So those of you who don't know, Allison Rose, Peaceful Warrior 91. Please go check her out. But you're gonna be seeing a lot more of us. We're gonna be doing some really powerful things together. Remember when I said I had meetings to go to, things to get done today? Allison knows all about that. So really quickly, this will be the last thing because I do got to jump off. I didn't realize it was 11 o'clock already. Master your vocabulary. This is why I'm no longer consenting to use the word intention. Not that it's a bad word, not that anything's wrong with it, but it's really just an upgrade, right? Instead, I decree and I declare. All right. Hold on. Let's bring Allison on. This would be perfect, actually. Accept. Allison, are you still here? You are.
I am.
Hey, you made it.
I'm on the property right now.
Are you? This is.
I am.
What?
Yeah. So my flight got delayed.
Wow.
Yesterday.
Yep.
And my flight got delayed yesterday, and so Spirit kind of allowed me to stay here, but all the people are here.
Wow.
Working, getting it ready. Yeah.
Okay, so
operation.
yeah, so I mean, you can go back and listen to my live later. It's all about the twin flame stuff, blah blah blah. But I kind of want to. I've been talking on that for about an hour. Do we want to share with everyone? Are we ready to spill the beans? Are we not there yet? About where you are, about what we got going on.
Yeah, I would definitely do it because listen. So I said in meditation last night, everything was fine. My flight got delayed. My bags were packed. I was at the airport, and God said, "You need to go out." And I said, "Really?" I said, "Where?" So today, I'm going back out on the boat. I just paid for another charter to go do some inner earth work and some grounding with these powerful codes. We're right in the Bermuda Triangle, and they've been waiting, Chris.
Yeah.
And they're calling me. They know that I'm here. And they're like, don't leave. Like, they're not leaving.
You can't go yet.
I booked my flight. So
well, I was
wondering. Go meet with them.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. And I was wondering. Sorry, go ahead.
No, there's just powerful energy here, man, and there's powerful beings here that are waiting for us, and to have the chance to resurrect Atlantis. I know Gabriel, my brother's on the call.
Is he?
Gabriel. He is. He's one of the builders, man.
Yeah.
And this is it. This is the community. Like, these are the people. So it's like, I'm just so happy. I'm just so,
well,
I'm speechless. You know, every day is, yeah.
Let's tell them, let's just share what's going on then. So guys, I mean, are you good with that? Because I'm ready. Okay. So, so this is Alice and Rose. We did our live together a couple weeks ago. We just did a 3-day event. It was our first one together. We're going to make some adjustments next time, learning as we go. But you guys have been hearing me speak on like really, really big things happening. Really, really powerful energies have been playing out. And you guys know about the Lion Project that I had a couple months ago. You know about, we were looking for land to really start to build the Star Temple on. Allison showed up literally out of nowhere. I was like, who are you? What's up? And she was like, hey, I have all these really awesome things I want to share with you. Since then, we've been ironing out a lot of amazing things for this community, but really for humanity at large. And so what has transpired is we are going to be building in the Bahamas, in Montana, and potentially in Texas, or at least having events in Texas. So
we have Sedona, Arizona. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. You got it now.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
So we have Abaco, Bahamas. We have Sedona, Arizona. We have Little Elm, Texas. We have Belt Creek, Montana. And we have Shelter Cove, California.
And so
we have 5 places, you guys. And part of my soul's mission was like, where's my family? Where's my tribe? I feel this new earth. I feel this new way of living. I feel this new community. I feel this way of life coming and happening. And, you know, when I read Chris's Lion Project, I was like, where's my twin? Talk about twin flame. Like,
I know.
I mean, we're not romantic partners, but we're soul partners on such a level. And, you know, I just, so I've been literally just, I've been finding where God wants this to happen and where the crystalline codex is already grounded.
Right.
So this is where, and so I've been pioneering this, and I can't wait for all you to come in. Like,
well, it's happening next month. No, not next month. December. Oh yeah, next month. Wow, because it says November 1st.
And so, and that's the thing too, you guys. Like, I was talking to the landowners down here, and I was like, well, you know, when can we come? When can we do what we need to do? And Chris and I, we got to talk because we're going to make some amazing offerings and some really fun stuff. But then also too, we want to hear what you guys want to do.
Right.
Like, what do you want to offer? What do you want to help do? Like, if you're like, hey, like I know Gabriel's a builder, so he's like, Allison,
we need your skills.
That's yeah, he was like, I want to start, you know, designing. And it was great because Gabriel and I had a conversation the other day where he's like, I literally don't feel like I'm fulfilling my life's purpose. Like, I'm over here building houses in California or building rails, and it's like, I want to be building Atlanta.
Right.
So it's like stuff like that where we're ready for you guys. Whatever you guys want to offer and come in and contribute, like, we're here. Me and Chris have made this container, and we're expanding, and it's like, I'm just excited for everyone to show up and do what they truly love.
Right. It's time. And this is what I've been kind of like biting my tongue to tell you guys. It's like all the things that we've been talking about the last 2-3 years it's literally here right now. So next month, December, I would say the first week of December, we want to have people come out for an in-person event. And we want to start to build the Star Temple that I was writing about in the Lion Project a couple months ago, where we created that cymatic pattern, and then we're going to create a building from that cymatic pattern. This is what we're going to do it. We're going to do it in the Bahamas and have a couple other temples in those 4 other locations. But this is really just the beginning, right? Like, we really do need you guys to show up and say, hey, I can help build. I would love to host an event. I would love to host a gathering of some sort, and really start to actualize all the things that we have been saying we were going to do. At the end of the day, Allison and I and some of the other people we're bringing onto the team are only just the people to get things started, right? You know, we're the spark, but you all have to come in and fulfill your roles, right? And to do your part in this. You know what I mean?
It's not. This is our project. This is not Allison's project. This is our project. I'm doing this for you guys. I'm not doing this for me. And Chris knows I say it all the time. If it was up to me, I'd be chilling in a cave on the beach, just meditating.
Right.
God was like, listen, this is your role. You came here to build the new earth. You came here to be the empress of the 7th golden Aquarian age. Go serve, mama. And I was like, okay, well, guess I gotta put a dress on. So,
well, you've been out. Like, you've been out on the road for like 2 weeks now. Going to these places.
And it's been so intense. And this whole summer, and then the whole 3 years since lockdown, everything, they're calling me right now. But I want to tell you this: the Bohemian culture out here, these people, I mean, they cried. And I just paid them $1,200 to come manicure, do the lots, do the land, come do the thing.
Oh, man. Allison, hold on. 1 second, my friend. Your sound is out. Hold on. Can you guys hear us? Here, hang up, Allison, and come back in and finish that last thought. Because I don't know if they can hear. Okay. Hey, Rochelle. Oh, and Tage is here too. Oh, all the homies. And Ashley's. Oh my God, this is amazing. Okay, this is really, really cool that you all are here. Can we do like a 5-way live by any chance? Because that'd be really awesome. All right, so we'll bring Allison back on, and then we'll wrap up for this live, because I really do got to get to these other meetings, and I think I got to. Yeah, there you are.
Okay, so I just paid $1,200 for them to manicure these lots and to get everything ready for this event. And these people are so beautiful. The Bohemian people that are from this island that are here literally cried. They live paycheck to paycheck. This is about helping humanity and our brothers and sisters. They're building this.
Right.
They're out here doing this for us to come, for us to do this. So that's what I'm saying, is that it's not about people from America coming here. This is a global thing.
Yes.
You know, and it breaks my heart. There should not be poverty anywhere. We are the stewards of the new wealth equality. And this is all money out of my pocket. And Chris and I've been traveling on the road for 14 days. I've been on the road for the past 3 years. All out of pocket, finding places where God wants us to be built. You know what I'm saying? Finding places where we need this to happen. And guess what? It's all going to come back. So I do it because I love you guys, and I do it because I know that you guys are going to show up. I know that the family's going to come. Think about sitting in sacred circles. Think about the powerful C5 meditations. Think about the galactic contact. Think about the healing technologies that are going to be gifted to us. Where 2 or more are present, I am. Think about where 12 or more are present.
I know.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
You know, and they showed it to me. Me and Chris have been just, and that, when I found Chris, I looked at him and I said, well, we served together. I know that. You know, we served together. We shared an Egyptian timeline, 100%. And, you know, to find him in this life in a different body, it was a blessing to my soul. I mean, he's my brother. I love him. I would do anything for him and his family.
Yeah, thank you,
and I would do
Allison.
anything for you guys, you know? And it's a family thing, you know? They're calling me up here, you guys. So I love you.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see you guys in December. We're going to put together some great the offerings. We got 5 locations, guys. I mean,
yeah,
come on.
this is the big stuff.
Keep serving.
Thank you, A Rose.
This walkway. I don't know if you guys can see. Can you see it?
A little bit, Allison. I'm gonna post the videos you shared the other day this weekend because I was gonna do it last night, but I was like, should we do it? But yeah, so this is perfect. I'll post those videos so people can really see that like the thing is happening, right? So it's game time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you guys in December.
All right, Star Friend.
Let me end with this. Let me send you some powerful.
Ooh.
Powerful. Oh, look at the sun.
I know. Wow.
Okay, guys. Powerful energy. Powerful energy. Abundance, blessings, love, prosperity, healing, cleansing, purity, and divine grace to all of you and everyone on this call. May you be showered with blessings, abundance, purity, and grace.
Thank you, A Rose.
And so it is. And so it is.
And so it is. All right, Star Friend. I'll talk to you super soon. Awesome. All right, guys. I don't know if she... Can you guys still see her or not? Are you guys still with me? Someone shoot a message so I know you guys are still here. Okay. All right. All right. So there you have it. That was not my intention, or intention. That's not what I was planning for, but that's just how it unfolded. So basically, this is what I've been saying. This is what everything has been leading up to, right? So we have we're going to be building in the Bahamas. We're going to be building at these 4 other locations, and this is not just going to be like a retreat center. This is going to be stations of higher and advanced ways of living, right? Where you guys can come and host your events. You can stay. We're going to have tiny homes. We're going to have garden plots. We're going to have sacred sound beds, crystal beds, simple gatherings around the fire, all the things, down by the ocean. So this is what we've been waiting for and what we've been calling in. And I want to give a shout out to a few people who are on here right now, just because I love to give credit where credit is due. I want to say hi to Ash, to Taj, and I don't know if Rochelle is still on here. I'm going to start with Rochelle first and foremost. She was one of the first people who really jumped into this movement, into this container with us, and she has been absolutely wonderful. We haven't talked for the last couple of months, but we both have been going on our own separate ways. But Rochelle, ironically, as I was saying, is the one who created these magical adornments. So Divine Temple Space, if she's still on here, if you guys go follow her, please, and check out her content. She's one of the core members within our association. And then we were bringing in Tej. We're going to have a meeting with her later today, who's going to be helping with more of the back-end marketing administrative processes so that this system can actually move on its own, right? I have been saying, and Alice and I have been saying, like, I'm not someone to sit around and like be on the computer and get all technical. But Tej, on the other hand, is really good at that. And same with Ash. So Ash and I talked the other day. So Ash of the World, Ash for the World. And she's going to be coming in and working with Tej side by side. And yeah, the whole team's here, guys. So this is a movement. It is a life choice. It is a time for us to actualize ourselves and bring all of this forward into the forefront. So I'm super grateful for all of you, Giancarlo, everyone who showed up on this, Natalie. If I didn't mention your name, you're still just as superb and amazing. And I'm going to hop off, guys. That's all I have for now. But we will see you in December for our first official sacred gathering in the Bahamas. More details on that soon. We'll post it on the website. But I got to jump off. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace. Oh, I forgot I'm still live on. I was just posting the live I just did. All right, guys. Thank you all so much. Thank you for being here. And yeah, we'll chat soon. Peace.